Hey, welcome back to the Groucho Orloff Show. It's Sunday morning, January something, 2022. We're going to be looking at some Bronze Age comics this morning. It's a Sunday morning, and waxing nostalgic about the good old days, right, ladies and gentlemen? So, with no further ado, oh look, here's Pete the cat making a guest appearance. Pete, how you doing? Pete, do you like Bronze Age comics? Pete, what is your favorite Bronze Age comic? We just finished looking at the Bronze Age Batman comics. And so what comes after Batman? What, Beowulf? Dragon Slayer? What? You remember, friends, climate change is an existential threat to our democracy. We must turn off lights whenever possible to keep the upcoming apocalypse away. I know that's true because I heard it on CNN, and they never lie. Okay, so we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get some lights on. I should have turned the lights on in advance, but I didn't. All right. So, oh my gosh, this picture of my mother is upside down. You see that? It's my mother. And it was upside down. Who would have done that? Okay. Let's get this light on. Come on. All right. You bastard. Oh no, the light seems to be well, this morning, what have I been up to? You know, when I lived in Tacoma, Washington in 5th grade, 1975 to 76, Sunday afternoons they would have an hour of The Twilight Zone, 2 episodes back to back, and an episode of The Outer Limits. I think it was Outer Limits, Twilight Zone, and then they'd run a show called Here Come the Brides that I'd never seen before. I've never seen it aired anywhere in any market I've ever lived in, except there in Seattle. And of course, it takes place in Seattle right after the Civil War. So it makes sense that they would, you know, how many TV shows take place in Seattle? So they would run it there. It was a show that aired from 68 to 69. I would hear the opening credits after I finished Twilight Zone, and the show seemed like some kind of dopey ass stuff, so I never really watched it. But every so often that theme song comes back into my head, like out of nowhere. And this morning I thought, damn it, I want to hear that theme song again. So I listened to it on YouTube, and then I decided, well, let's watch an episode of this. And so I watched the pilot episode. And, yeah, it's interesting. You know, it's about Seattle in the 1870s. The Civil War has wiped out a lot of the male population on the East Coast. And these loggers are up in Seattle, and there's like over 100 guys, and there's no women hardly. So this guy that, you know, to keep the guys there, there's Alan the cat. I knew he was somewhere. So this guy goes to the East Coast and brings back 100 women by boat. And it's been done before as a musical, 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. But anyway, it was. It's actually really great. I'm going to watch the rest of the episodes. And yeah, I remember Bobby Sherman was the teen idol right before David Cassidy, and later in the later 70s, Sean Cassidy and all that. But man, I didn't know about Bobby Sherman. That he was so popular. The girls screaming when he performed. He lost some hearing, and from the girls screaming. But anyway, he retired about 1975, 74. He did a guest starring appearance on Emergency and thought, this is what I should be doing. And so he became an EMT and like a deputy sheriff or something for LA. And so he's still around. He's 79. It's kind of weird to think Bobby Sherman is the same age as Joe Biden, but actually I think Joe Biden just had a birthday. I think he's 80 now. How about that? Anyway, so I doubt it's a show you'd like. I just kind of thought it was fun to watch. Some lady's got like the whole series up on YouTube, but she can't show the opening credits or the closing credits because some kind of copyright issue, I'm sure. Okay, let's see. We were looking at the Batman the Animated Series comics yesterday, as I recall. Oh, man. Shit. Hold on a second. So, I'm leading an exciting life here, watching Here Come the Brides. Which is a show that was really made for girls. It's not an action-packed. It's more of a comedic thing. It's not an action-packed a lot of fist fights, or I don't think they probably ever have gunfights in that, if ever. Okay, shit. We looked at these. Okay, so yeah, we were looking at these Batman Adventures type books. Here's one that doesn't have a bag and board, so we'll fix that. Although I'm rapidly running short. God, I hate these ads from the art's beautiful though. I just don't like the modern looking ads. A modern being 1990s, to me that's modern. Yeah, so anyway, so it's January the 6th. It must be the 8th today. It's probably about 17 degrees outside, but it's a nice sunny day. Okay, so there's that. Here's Harley and Ivy. I mean, they do everything they can to ruin this. I look at the Joker now, and all I can think about, he was pregnant. It's like, no, it was just all in his mind because Zatanna made him think he was pregnant. And this baby comes out of his mouth. What kind of shit is that? Why are you doing that, DC? What is your fucking point? I don't want to know anything about today. So I'm watching. Okay, this is something everyone told me. What? Don't I have all of these? People told me I would like this Batman 3 Jokers stuff. Book 1. I still haven't read it yet. It came out about a year and a half ago, and everybody was raving about it. And I thought, I'll try it. It's not that I hate. It's not that I don't want to buy new comics. It's not that I don't want to. I would love for there to be great new comics coming out, but there just isn't. And so, I would love for there to be great music on the radio, but there isn't. So I listen to a station that plays old-timey country from the 50s and 60s because the country music of today is just god-awful. Okay, yeah. Three Jokers. Okay. I think I have the other two ones as well. I don't see where they're at. What is this? There's a Batman coloring book. Uh-oh. Is Alan still in there? Drew just went in the guest bedroom and Alan's on the bed, and that may not go well. Unless Alan already left. Oh well. I would love for them to be able to just snuggle together on the. This came with some toy because it looks like you had to tear it to get it in. Should I waste? I don't know. I'll put it in a bag. And then this Batman 12-cent adventure. I guess this needs to be bagged. It doesn't look very good inside. I noticed watching part of the last video that I'm not really showing these books long enough for you to really look at them, but oh well. Well, yesterday I put some, I think I told you in the last episode, I put some pro-Donald Trump memes up on Instagram, and now the last count we've lost about 90 followers. Every time I see this cover, I think it's sun faded, but that's just the way it was. This is the adaptation of the '89 Batman. And this is the adaptation of the Batman Returns. Was what, about 1991? Probably. It was a couple of years after Batman. Anyway, and then I lost a couple, like 2 followers here. So those must have been people that are so mad at me on Instagram that they decided to unfollow me here on YouTube as well. I was going to have this big 470 followers on YouTube celebration, and I got up to 472, and I thought maybe it'd be safe to do it now, but I'm glad I didn't do it because now I'm back down to 469. Yeah. If you're watching this, you may want to subscribe. It'll make my day, man. Because there's a monster man. So I would really like to get to 500. Okay, this is I went in a comic shop. I couldn't believe Neil Adams is doing Batman again, and no one told me. And then people said, "Well, wait till you read it. You won't be as excited when you read it." And of course, Neil Adams, same age as, or was the same age as Joe Biden. He passed away. Because like a lot of artists, he's not the same. He's not as good of a writer as he is an artist. But I haven't read this yet either, to be honest with you. So it's Batman Ra's al Ghul issue 2. I really need to get to a comic store and over in Tacoma. Right now I'm living in Seattle, and if I could just drive over to Tacoma, I could get some comic bags. Does this feel? Oh, well. How exciting! Running low. I was given. Captain Strangelove gave me a gigantic armload of comic bags and boards, and I'm still using those. And I'm just about to run out. That was a very appreciated gift. It's really helped. Gotten a lot of stuff sleeved up. Okay, so what was that? What is this? Is this the first? Okay, so I've got several issues, but I don't have the whole run. It was a mini-series, apparently. The art looks good, you know. It doesn't look bad. But, but he left from DC and Marvel for a lot of years over creator ownership issues, I believe. So there was a lot of years in his prime when he could have been doing comics, but wasn't. What a shame. Okay. This is Batman Beyond, Return of the Joker. That was a big controversial thing, I think, in the late 90s. They made a straight to DVD movie called Return of the Joker, and they said, we can't release this. This is too gory and all messed up. So they cut it and made a cleaner version, and then later they re-released it in its original form. I remember that being a big deal on Ain't It Cool News on the internet back when I first discovered the internet. And that must have been, what, 97, 98? Batman Beyond. Man. Oh, this is Batgirl Adventures, #1. So anyway, what exciting things have you guys been up to? Oh, that's too snug. We're almost to the point where we're just gonna stop bagging and boarding, and just show you the books. Yeah, it's a big deal. Oh, wait a second. I'm not charging my phone, am I? I need to turn this power strip on. This, and I have no idea why I have 3 copies of this issue. Nothing makes any sense. Is this a free comic day thing? No, it makes no sense. I don't know. Batman Adventures: The Lost Years, Book 1. Alright, so at some point we're going to be out of the Batman books. Or are we? Here's a great Darwin Cook sideways cover. I like these. There's Batman the Cult, Book 3. I thought I had all 3 of them. Why is this? Maybe it's in the wrong order. Here's the Batman Gallery. Looks like we've got a bunch of Batman books that are... Here's part 2 of 5 Batman Turning Points. This is cool. It's got a Joe Kubert cover. That's #3. Oh yeah, there were these Batman Legends of the Dark Knight. I thought I had a more complete set of these. What is going on here? I don't think this stuff's in order. Here's another Batman Gallery. What is going on here? Batman Gallery. Let's just see that. There's Batman Odyssey. It's another Neil Adams. It's #2 of 12 from October of 2010. Well, I certainly don't have anywhere close to that whole series. This is Batman Superman World's Finest #1. I was told that this was really good. I haven't read it yet. Here's Giant Batman Annual. This is a reprint, facsimile, whatever you want to call it, of a, or is it? Yeah, it's a reprint. So I may put that somewhere else, actually. I've got a box of these facsimile kind of books. I'll put it over there. Okay. Something is screwy here with this organization. Oh, here they are. Oh, good. We're about to get to some good books. Okay, here are the other Batman 3 Jokers. There's book 2 and book 3. It's got this black label, which means this is an adult comic book. I don't know what happened to their Vertigo line. They used to use Vertigo as a way to tell you this book is going to be naughty. Let me get these with that other. There it is. Okay. Well, anyway, I was told that these books are great, but as I recall, flipping through, I don't know which one. Is it this one? Oh, here we go. There's oh yeah, so we've got this male nudity. I don't know if that's supposed to be Robin or who. He looks a little too young to be Batman, but anyway, just this homoerotic nude torture. Say, you know, which is then all these nude men attack, and so you got all this these nude men attacking Batgirl. Is that what's going on? So does this make me? I'll read it one of these days, possibly. Book 3, book 1, book. Okay, those are great, fantastic. So where are my other Batman Legends of the Dark Knight? Possibly they're filed under L. That would probably make sense. That's probably, well, where they are. But I've started this new, thing of putting all the X-Men books together, all the Spider-Man books together, but apparently I haven't done that yet with Batman. All right, so, goddamn. Here's Batman Family number 2. These reprint older Batman stories. So this is a great comic, like truly great. Here's Batman Family number 4. This one really needs a bag and board. But do I have something that is big enough for this? And this is a Christmas cover. I did have all my Christmas comics separated, and I never caught on. I put that one with them. There's got to be something I could put that in. It's a little thicker than most comics, so. That'll work. And again, it's a wonderful Ernie Chua cover, also known as Ernie Chan. Man Bear Pig was saying from the last episode he watched that I have a huge hole in my Batman collection right where his favorite issues were, which was when Ken Kelly, or Kelly, no, not Ken Kelly, Kelly Jones does the interior art. That would be great if it was Ken Kelly of the Batman comic. I don't have any of those apparently. Well, yeah, that was probably the 1990s. By the way, it's the Groucho Orloff show. I was negligent in my comic collecting, I suppose. Here's Mask of the Phantasm, which I suppose you could argue, but when this came out, this was the best ever Batman film adaptation. As far as theatrical, that was a theatrical movie. Okay, here's another great Ernie Chua cover for Batman Family number 7. And they're still reprinting the old stories, which is fantastic. That's what I like to see. Later, they would stop reprinting the old stories, and that was, and they would have new stories, and that wasn't as much fun. Okay, this is Needing a Bag and Board, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, this is not good for the back, man. I need to move up closer to you guys. I was watching Howler Mouse this morning. It's probably still going. I'm going to watch it later. Howler Mouse is interviewing Gore Vidal, not the Gore Vidal, who I think has passed away, the writer, but the comic collector that uses the name Gore Vidal. And that was very interesting. Okay, I'm putting this in. This is obviously meant for Golden Age, but it'll do the trick. Oh, and here's another copy of the same issue. This one I bought off the rack. And same with this one. It's the Joker's daughter that came out of his mouth after he was pregnant. And then number 10. Number 11. Number 19. I'm missing some issues. This is one of those dollar comics. And I need to get those issues. There's a lot of holes in my collection, like I was telling you. Okay, here's a very nice cover for Batman Family number 20. It's a wraparound. I think all these dollar comics were. World's Greatest Superheroes starring Batman. This is a great book. This one is some alternate cover for book 1 of Batman Catwoman. I bought this from Duncanville Books just because, and this is not something I would normally do, buy these variant covers, because it's just this cover I thought was really good. And I showed this before, and I think the comic Crypt of Castle Hills, Crypt Keeper of Castle Hills, told me the name of the artist, and so I must like that artist enough that I spent more money than the real comic should cost to get that cover, just because I saw it on the wall at Duncan Dole Books back near a suburb of Dallas, Texas. So when will these stupid? Oh, here they are. Everything's completely out of order. That's the problem. Here's the Saga of Ra's al Ghul representing his great. Okay, so this is actually reprints of Neal Adams at his prime. Did you hear that clock saying you cannot kill what is already dead? It's a wrestling clock. Yeah, this is good stuff. This is the stuff from around 1970. So you watch the show Here Come the Brides that started when you were like 3 years old and was off the air when you were 5, and then you look into who the actors and actresses are and see the lead actress, this pretty redhead, passed away just a couple of months ago, and the main star of the show, I think his name is Robert Brown, passed away just September, and everybody in the show, all the young people in the show are now Joe Biden's age, and Joe Biden looks so, he looks far older than someone should at his age, just because of the evil nature of his life. Okay, so this stuff's not in order, and do I actually even give a shit? This is Untold Legend of Batman. Now I have this. The real books, these are little small comic books compared to, this. Why do I own a Batman Forever comic? Oh, okay, here we go. This is the real size comic that came out in the stores. These were, these aren't in the right order. These were smaller versions that came out with little cassettes where they had this acted out, kind of like Power Records. So these are reprints. This is, it's like when I was in 5th grade, it was so hard to accept that Santa Claus wasn't real. I didn't want to believe it. And then, some families never go through that and tell their kids that Santa Claus, because then you start questioning everything your parents have ever told you. Well, if Santa Claus isn't real, I guess the Easter Bunny and Tooth Fairy probably aren't real either. But then you start thinking, well, what about all this stuff I've been taught that's in the Bible? Is that real? She's like, well, if they wasn't, so maybe, it's maybe kids shouldn't be lied to. Is it a lie? Or is it just fun? But anyway, this is a good series. I don't know what this. I should be bagging and boarding. I'm really. Shit. I'll do it later, man. I'm pretty much out of bags, like, honestly. Batman Spectacular. Batman, find my killer, or I'll rise from the grave and hang you by the neck until you are dead. Anyway, what was my point in telling you that it was hard to accept that Santa Claus wasn't real? I was going somewhere with that train of thought. Oh, it was hard for me to accept that this was just a shitty movie, because I wanted to like it so much, and it's just like, no, it's good. No, really. It's like when they made the 4th Star Wars movie, which they call Episode 1, where Darth Vader's a little tiny kid, and it's a shitty movie. But I walked out and I said, no, that was great. That was great, really, because I wanted to like it. I couldn't accept that it was not. It didn't even make any sense to me. So, sometimes I'll try to fool myself. I'll buy that. Maybe I bought it before it came out. I'll try to. It's always possible I bought that before it came out. So I'll just say that's what happened. This is some free. Well, it's a 10-cent comic. Must look like shit inside. Actually, I guess it didn't look too bad. What is this shit? Oh, this was the really shitty sequel to The Dark Knight, DK2. So stupid people do that, you know, like Burger King is BK, KFC, not Kentucky Fried Chicken, it's KFC, it's Mickey D. We want to simplify everything. Okay, here's the first two issues of that Batman and Ra's al Ghul stuff. There's a horrible smell coming from this room, and I'm assuming it could be me. It smells horrible. Batman. So, where were those? Do I even give a shit? Oh, here they are. Oh, so I have two copies of this number 2, but at least I have number 1. Batman Gallery, Lost Years, Odyssey, okay. The Cult. There should be more of that comic, The Cult. Oh, here's more Legends of the Dark Knight. What the fuck? Maybe I... Oh, here they are. Here's more Legends of the Dark Knight. I knew I had more of those. These are the kind of the stepchild comics, and that collectors don't really want these. These are like real cheap to get. People are there's number 12. People just never, this comic never appealed to collectors. Number 38, 41, 47, 49. It's kind of like Marvel Fanfare. It's something that, although the prices on those are finally starting to actually go up. Then there's this, you know, Batman as a caveman. This one's number 11. Okay. Were you ever going to get out of these Batman books? Okay. So this goes... here. Looks like I would get the issues that had Catwoman on the cover. And here's Shadow of the Bat, number 36. '39. They started coming out with a bunch of Batman comics. 40. Do not ask me why I have Batman versus Predator. Oh, I guess that says 2. Okay, here's the original Dark Knight issues. So these could actually just be put on a shelf. Actually, I think I'll do that. Yeah. This is Batman, The Killing Joke, which is beautifully drawn. Look at that Batmobile. The problem is, yeah, it's beautifully drawn. It's problem is shit like this, showing Commissioner Gordon, his daughter, being sexually tortured, and he's like on a roller coaster naked, and then Barbara Gordon is shot and paralyzed. I don't like this. I don't like that shit. But it's beautifully drawn, and then they kept her paralyzed for a good number of years. Damn, will this shit never end? Oh, here's more of that crap. Damn. Okay, Batman versus Aliens. I own because it has Bernie Wrightson art. Here's Batman and other DC comics. This is a promotional comic. This has a Dick Sprang cover that's cool. I don't have many of these Batman and the Outsiders comics, although I've been told that it's a really good series. Here's another Shadow of the Bat. Here's Batman and Robin 38 from the New 52 I got for the cover. This one I got because I'm a fan of Ace the Bat Hound. This is a recent comic from, it's called Batman Urban Legends 11. This is some kiddie comic that's probably tied into some cartoon that I don't even know about called Batman Night Watch. They gave it away free at Batman Day last year. And I don't know if Joe Biden's going to sign that into a law that that's officially a holiday or not. Drew, what's the matter, man? Oh, we're almost out of the Batman comics. Wait, what is this shit? Oh, you already saw that crap. I'll just throw that there. I don't give a shit. This is about a Batman comic about how bad landmines are. Just in case you didn't know that landmines were dangerous. Here's that cult book, book 4. Here's this Batman Odyssey, Neil Adams, that I think I already have that issue. I already showed it to you. I was just excited, wanting to get the whole series, and then I was going to read it. Then people told me, yeah, you don't really want to read it. It's really bad. Here's Batman having a lot of teeth. Batman Urban Legends 12. This must be the follow-up. I also got it for Ace the Bat Hound, I suppose. And is that finally it? I think it is. Wow, that's great. So this is hurting my back. Oh, that's why. I need to put this box up higher. Well, fucking shit. God damn it. Piss. Fuck down. God damn it. Oh, fuck. Piss. Shit. Fuck. Sucker. Motherfucker. Cocksucker. Oh, no, you bitch. No. Fuck you. God damn it. Excuse my language, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, finally. It's like Herman Munster. Oh, finally. Okay, none of these are sleeved. What a tragedy. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, Battlestar Galactica, your favorite television show of all time. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Battlestar Galactica. It's my off-the-rack copy, man. Isn't that amazing? Battlestar Galactica 2. I would combine Battlestar Galactica and Here Come the Brides, and I would have the Battlestar Galactica is bringing women to one of the colonies that doesn't have any women. Anyway, so it's a lighthearted show. They go to the Massachusetts or something from Seattle. The guy that runs the logging operation, and he's going to secure 100 women to come, and they have to sign a contract that will stay at least a year, and hopefully get married. And they go there, and they go in the firehouse, and the firemen are women, and it's like women are everything, and it's kind of funny, right? And you think, well, okay, the women are playing all these, filling all these roles because the men were killed in the Civil War, and then it's like, yeah, this is kind of sad, man. There's 4, Battlestar Galactica 4. Oh my gosh. Did I buy the whole series? Then they had a sequel to this. This was a Glenn Larson show, and he was Mormon. He was part of the. I don't think you're supposed to say Mormon. I think they like to say LDS, Latter-day Saints. But anyway, so he was an LDS member, and a lot of this, from what I understand, it's 1979. It was based on Mormon mythology. Anyway, it got canceled. Then they decided, people still like it, Maybe we'll bring it back as a sequel series, a spin-off, but we'll spend a lot less money on it because we'll set it in modern day Los Angeles. Then we could just film, go a couple miles and film it. So they had the Battlestar Galactica finally arrived on Earth, and it was very clever. Oh, they had well, let me finish. They had these flying motorcycles, the main heartthrob stars of the show. But what was clever is made by Universal, and Universal, a few years before, had made that movie Earthquake, part of all the disaster movies. It was 1973, 74, 75. So they had all this footage of great model work of all the landmark buildings in Los Angeles crumbling, like the Capitol Records building. So what they did is they dubbed in, or they would take these Cylon Raider ships and put that over the footage that they spent millions of dollars on for Earthquake. And so the Capitol Records building is crumbling, going down, and so you have the Cylon Raider come in and shoot these, and you put these laser blasts coming and hitting, and then the building collapses, and it looks like they really spent a lot of money making it look like the bad guys are destroying parts of Los Angeles. This is issue 8. Oh, I missed number 9. Here's number 10. I thought I had all of these. Here's Beavis and Butthead. Mike Judge is a friend of Alex Jones. He does introductions for Alex Jones' show, little bumpers with Beavis and Butthead's voice and Hank Hill as well. He's really a very brilliant guy, Mike Judge. Okay, this was a comic that no one remembers, but I love it. Beowulf Dragon Slayer. Number 1. I couldn't wait to get out of all those Batman comics into cool stuff like this. Oh, another copy of it. This is a lot more fun to me, Beowulf, than looking at 1990s or 2000s Batman comics. Okay, Beowulf. Oh, wait, here's one I don't think I showed you. I didn't show you this one. Batman teaming up with Judge Dredd. Maybe I did. Okay. So I showed you 2 Beowulfs. Here's Beowulf number 3. Did I have a 2? Did I have a 2? Oh man, I don't have a number 2. I need to get a number 2 of Beowulf. Maybe I'll look online and see if I can get a Beowulf number 2. Here's Beowulf number 3. Take a look inside. Count Dante is interesting. There's documentaries on YouTube about Count Dante, so you can look him up. There's a good punk band called X-Ray Specs. Look them up. Oh, this was once from the quarter bin at Lone Star Comics. They would always stamp their comics like that. Oh, here's some Batman comics that didn't get put back. Oh, shit, this is driving me mad. Okay, what am I trying to do here? Well, so once we're coming up to Brave and the Bold, right? What else is coming up? B Comics, Brave and the Bold. We're at Battlestar B. Binky. I think Beware is a Marvel horror comic, but I have those horror comics separated, so we're not going to be seeing that today. Here's Beowulf number 4. Just got a bag. It doesn't have a board. Let's see if we can't rectify that. Oh, look at all these groovy patches you could get. Yeah, I never had a teacher in high school or college that made me read Beowulf. It's like the old English, you know. When like the first, I think it's the oldest surviving story in the English language. Number 5. This one is my off-the-rack copy as a kid. I bought this when it came out. It's got this Tarzan promoting the not just this candy, but the Aurora model kits. It's how about that? How about that one? The ones that you buy, they were talking about this yesterday on Dr. Silverage's show. Rod and Shannon were talking about the ones that you actually bought as a kid always have this tremendous value to you. This one I bought as a kid when I was living in Arlington, Texas, Binky. And they started it again from the 60s. They kept the numbering. And it's an Archie type comic. And I'm pretty sure they're all reprints. Binky. In the 60s, I think it was called Leave It to Binky, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no. Just when I thought I was out of this. Birds of Prey. Alright, wonderful. Looks like I've got a few Birds of Prey, maybe not a lot. The ones I have are probably bought just for the good girl art. Yeah, because I always like the Huntress. Okay, so Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey. I guess I like that painting. Birds of Prey 33 from that New 52 period. 34. There's there are other Blackhawk comics from this time period. Where are they? Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat, #1. #6. She's got some teeth that maybe need to be filed down a little bit. #8. Okay, Battlestar Galactica. Okay, the Beowulf books go here. What else is here? Oh, what is this? Bizarre Adventures. Where does that fit in? After Birds of Prey and before Blackhawk would be this Bizarre Adventures modern comic. Get some of these back in. So what did you guys eat for breakfast? Did you have a nutritious breakfast? I had 4 Pop-Tarts. Okay, looks... Oh. What? Yeah, everything's out of order. Blackhawk. Blackhawk should not be before Black Cat. That's the problem. Because here comes the Blackhawk books. I guess. Okay. Scheiße. Fliegenmaus waren hellisch. Okay, Black Goliath #4. It's another Black Goliath #4 against the Stilt Man. In the 70s, if you didn't have hair that looked exactly like that, parted in the middle, if it didn't cover your ears, you were ostracized and hated. And I very rarely had my hair that long. There's the Robert Bell ad. He's the guy that invented these comic bags. Here's a shitty copy of Black Goliath #5. Here's a reprint of Military Comics. Okay. Here's an earlier Blackhawk, number 247, up against the Biolord, also known as Dr. Fauci. Here's 249. Okay. Here's 252. I think that big war wheel was in the old Golden Age comics. I think it had a big swastika on it. Here's 273, which is last issue. See, at the top it says last issue. Okay. That's one of those comics they just could not convince kids in the 70s to buy. No matter what they did. And they, they tried to start it over as more of an adult comic. And Annual #1 from 1989, and they were always trying to start it over with these miniseries. Howard Chaykin. It's another copy of that. This in Russian that says, please put a like at the bottom of this video and subscribe to the Groucho Orlov channel. More Blackhawk. And here's the sensational second issue of Black Lightning. It was made into a TV series that I've never seen. And it was so good. With the second issue, I came back for issue 11. Yeah, man. Amazing. Here's Black Magic number 2. Black Magic number 3. Here's Black Panther number 1. You probably heard of the Black Panther. This is that's interesting. I never was that partial to this particular cover. I don't know. Here's Black Panther number 6, ladies and gentlemen. Black Panther number 8. I remember this one. So great. Make mine Marvel. Oh my God. Will it never end? We're almost done with this box. Let's take the rest of them out. Black Panther number 10. Okay, 8, 10, 11. This one, that arm looks a little wonky. But it's all right. You can draw better than I can. It's just late 70s. This is like 1978. Jack Kirby was not as young as he used to be. Ugh. Black Panther 32. What an ugly cover. Hideous. This is perverted Marvel Max comic. That Max means you're going to see like horrible nudity and torture in it. Black Widow 3. It's really nonsensical that they did this. Black Widow 3. I guess that's a different series. Here's the Marvel Super Special adaptation of Blade Runner. Here's the Alex Ross cover with the Black Widow. I don't know what the name of if this is a Black Widow comic or I don't have any idea. This is a book called Blip from Marvel, and it's a magazine devoted to video games. So it's all about the video games that would soon completely replace the comic book in the minds, in the hearts and minds of kids. No kid today really reads comic books. They play video games. And these kind of books, I look at them and I just sigh. Oh, actually, the art's not bad. I guess it's not bad. It's just, this is a time period. Who does the art, actually? Bloodbath, part 1 of 2. This just looks like a book in a dollar bin to me. You know, just... But maybe it's great. Maybe it's just wonderful, and I don't know it. Oh, for one thing, I hate this Green Lantern with the red hair, Guy Gardner, whatever his name is. Blue Beetle, number 5, the Steve Ditko character creation. They're trying to, these people are doing their best to kind of make the art look a little Ditko-like. This is called Book of the Dead, and as I recall, this reprints old 1970s Bronze Age monster comics. There's probably, yeah, it's reprinting the first issue of Monster of Frankenstein with the great art from Mike Plug. Mike Plug and Bernie Wrightson were just the shit. Oh, and it's got the, oh, this is very cool. It has the reprint of the very first Man-Thing story from Savage Tales #1, which was a black and white magazine and is very, very much out of the price range of most human beings. Booster Gold is a book that most people say they hate. I've never really talked to anyone. Actually, I met one person that said they love Booster Gold. So maybe Booster Gold is... Oh, here's another Booster Gold. Number 6. And that should be the end of this box. Thank gosh. I've got to do other kinds of videos than just showing you comics because it's getting boring, man. I'm getting fewer and fewer viewers, you know. I don't know. I don't think this channel is growing in a natural way. Perhaps I'm shadow banned because I talk politics too often. That could be. Let's get another box from the other room, ladies and gentlemen. I'm never gonna be popular like Logan Paul or Comic Tom. Oh, woe is me. Fuck it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh. What is going on here? Wow. What is this box? Oh, that's Avengers. Okay, let's figure this out. So this box here this is the Batman box that we were just looking at, okay? And this box here is what? This is the box with All-Star Squadron. Okay. This box, that's action. Okay. Walla Santa. Then the Avengers box goes here. The All-Star Squadron. Is that this one? Yeah. But okay. Shit. Okay. So far we've gone through 4 long boxes. This should be the Brave and the Bold box. Yes. Excellent. Motherfucker. Whoa. Motherfucker, motherfucker, motherfucker. Okay. We're at an hour and 11 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic. Okay. Okay, Batman and Metal Men, and the Metal Men, number 103 of Brave and the Bold. So how was your day, ladies and gentlemen, members of the comic book community? What did you guys talk about at church this morning? Churches can't talk about politics, or they can get their tax-exempt status taken away. Unless you've got a very courageous pastor. And I need to find a church that's willing to take that risk to talk about politics. Okay, here's another copy of 103, Batman and Metal Men. Now, this is wow. Now, there's a Bobby Sherman record. See, everything ties together. We were talking about Here Come the Brides. Remember, I think his big hit was Julie, 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 do you love me? Okay. This comic existed in this weird world that is kind of outside the continuity of the other Batman books. So there'd always be some way. So how's he going to team up with Sergeant Rock? He was a World War II guy. Well, okay, well, Sergeant Rock's an older guy. Okay, that's how he did it. So, yeah, though, I probably won't be able to do another show until, I'll appear on Graphic Man's Wednesday night show, but I'm going to be pretty busy all week with work. I'm not going to be able to. Maybe I'll appear again next weekend. 108. Here's 109, Batman and the Demon. Oh, cool. 100-page. 112, so I'm apparently missing 111. I hope 111 isn't one of these great 100-page spectaculars, because then I'll be very depressed. This is this a Golden Age bag board? This is going to need a big, thick bag. Oh, this might work. Ladies and gentlemen. Well, oh, that's two boards, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this reprints all kinds of great stuff. Apparently, Brave and the Bold takes its name from one, before the pulps, there were those penny novels that, you know, when you could buy a book for a penny. The From the very turn of the century, you know, of 1910. You know, one of the first heroes, I think, was called Spring-Heeled Jack, and he was kind of like a Batman guy. Seen a picture of him on the cover, one of those old penny, I think they call them penny dreadfuls. Uh, and he's got his wings unfurled on top of a tombstone. But there was one of those penny dreadfuls called Brave and the Bold. Some of the some of these comics took their names from those, because some of the comic creators, you know, them, they were real little kids. Those were what was on the newsstand. Sergeant Rock. Oh, here's 116, Batman and the Spectre. That's 116. Okay. Oh, here's another copy of 116 that's not bagged and boarded. Endangered Animals from Revell. Yes, it's this great reprints. That's, look at this ad. Build your own monster. Just delightful. There's nothing. You imagine spending 60 cents and getting this much entertainment at any time. You bitch. Oh, 116. What? Okay. Here's 117. Just a moment, ladies. Oh. Here's 118. Batman and Wildcat co-starring the Joker. He's not pregnant in this issue. It's 118. Oh, this is the very first one I ever bought off the rack. This is my childhood copy of 119. This is my first copy I bought of Brave and the Bold. I bought this when it was new. So look, there's some spine ticks, but those might have happened on the newsstand before I bought it. But I'll take credit for them. Here's, and then they did these giant ones that weren't quite as giant. These are not, they're, so we're at 50 cents instead of 60 cents. And just great stuff. He's teaming up with Commandy. 120. And here's another copy I have of 120. Neither of these are childhood copies. These are ones I bought later, which is why they're not in as good a shape as stuff that I personally... okay, this is the next one I actually bought off the newsstand rack. This is, again, a childhood copy, 121. See, it's in much better shape. 121. Someone was showing this the other day. Was it Jambo? I think it was Jambo. 122. This is one I bought off the rack. Because I remember I was commenting, it's like, did no editor ever think it's maybe distasteful to have Swamp Thing crucified? Because it looks just a little too Christ-like, and maybe you might get some upset parents or pastors or something. But anyway, it's still cool looking to see him crucified. Is it good taste? Okay. Starkist wants to us good taste. We want them that taste good. Here's this one I also bought. I remember buying this at the PX. Sergeant and Batman and Sergeant Rock, they teamed up a lot, it seems like. Let's look inside. Childhood copy, Evel Knievel ad. Everybody loved Evel Knievel at school. I was always a little on the fence about the guy. I didn't really care. I remember one time we went to eat at a cafeteria, and they had a TV in the other room where they were about to have the closed circuit. People had bought tickets to come in and watch on the closed circuit TV in the other room to see Evel Knievel jump over the Snake River Canyon. And on like a rocket, on a rocket bike or something, or a little rocket car. He didn't make it, but you know, he didn't die. I mean, they had it all. But that was, yeah, people cared enough about Evel Knievel to watch a closed circuit live broadcast. I'm sure a lot of them were hoping to get their money's worth. Maybe he would finally bite the big one. Here's 126. Another one I bought as a kid. With these guys with the swastikas on there. They won't even put swastikas. You notice the Captain America, the first Avenger, the movie. You know, they had to explain that the Red Skull's part of a splinter wing. He's of the Nazis, that they're, the beginnings of Hydra. And so they didn't have the swastika because I guess they didn't want to have to make action figures with that on them. I don't know what they're thinking.